I want to talk to you today about situational awareness rules. I've got a few situational awareness rules here. There's 24 of them. And I'm going to try to go through them pretty quick so I don't spend a lot of time and let this video get too long. So anyway, here we go. So first of all, trust your intuition. No matter what. If the hair stands up on the back of your neck, then it's time to be really aware, be really cognizant of what's going on, and look out for what's coming. Second thing is stop, look, listen, and smell. You know, if you're walking along somewhere, just stop, look, listen, spend a few minutes just observing around you. Look to the left, right, behind you, and then take a deep smell. I remember one time I came home and I smelled like cigarette smoke, and someone had been to my house trying to break in, and there were smokers, so I could see where they tried to jimmy the door, that sort of thing. And the only reason I got an urgency is because I smelled the smoke in the air or the smoke from their clothes or whatever. Number 3, look for what doesn't fit. There's always something that just doesn't fit in the equation, so just kind of keep an eye on that. Number 4, pay attention to who is watching you. You ever notice you get the feeling somebody's watching you, turn around and look, and someone's staring at you, or a group of people staring at you? They might be trying to figure out if they're going to steal your passwords from your phone, or if they're going to hack your credit cards and your wallet, or they might just be about to abduct you. You never know. All right, number 5. Twice isn't coincidence. If you run into somebody twice and then you see them again and then you see them again, after you see them twice, start paying attention. Number 6, apply the 3-turn test. If you're in your car and you think someone's following you, then make 3 turns to the right or 3 turns to the left, because with every turn that takes off a 25% chance that they should be going that direction. If you make 4 turns, there's a 100% chance they're only following you. Number 7, lead them to chaos, into crowds away from your destination. If you know someone is following you, then disappear in the crowd. Lead them away from where you're actually really going, especially your home. Number 8, don't give out information, give your wrong name, address, etc. If you know someone's listening, or someone says, "Hey man, where are you from?" or "Hey girl, where are you from? You sure look familiar. Are you from this town?" And what they're doing is they're fishing for information. So you need to give them the wrong information. Give them the wrong name, give them the wrong town, everything. Number 9, practice memorizing vehicles, make, model, color, tag, destination, and specific marks on the vehicles. So when you go somewhere and you see a vehicle, just make a note of it. Practice memorizing. Try to memorize everyone in the parking lot if you can, if you go places. Practice a fake ID memorization. Build a fake ID of a different name, a different last name, a different address, and kind of put that in your mind. And that way, if someone does pressure you or ask you a question, it doesn't sound like you're being a butthole. You just basically say, well, yeah, my name's Jill, and I'm from Gainesville, instead of whoever from another town. So, all right, number 11, plan your escape from your present position, no matter what. So no matter where you are, always have an escape route that you can move out quickly, especially like in a restaurant. Go ahead, when you get in a restaurant, identify the exits immediately, and then tell yourself, and also go ahead and identify the concealment and the cover, like what in that restaurant can stop a bullet, and how quick can you get underneath or around that, and then how quick can you get out that door. So always identify your exits. Same way in your vehicle. Always identify if someone pulls in front of you, then always identify. If they pull in front of you and behind you, then you might be about to have a problem. So identify that quickly. And that leads you to number 12. Be ready to fight instantly, and keep a hand on some type of a weapon, or identify some type of weapon. If you don't have a weapon with you, then shame on you. But if you don't, then at least identify one. I mean, you know, if someone pulls behind you in front of you, then and it looks like it's about to be an abduction, shame on you if you don't have a weapon and ready to fight for your life, because that's about what it's about to be. Number 13, don't get outnumbered. So if you first of all, don't go to a place where you'll be outnumbered automatically. And if you see that you're about to get outnumbered, then just exfil, get the hell out of there. Number 14, don't let anyone get close enough to needle you. Okay, so what's needling mean? That means that they're about to abduct you, and what they do is they'll just stick a needle in your arm while their cohorts catch you, and then slowly walk you out to the car, van, or whatever they have waiting. And the needle acts pretty quick. It'll, I don't know exactly what type of solution they use, but it seems to act pretty quick and knock people out, sort of like people dropping stuff in your drink. And that leads me to the next part of that. Do not ever drink a drink that is open or someone hands you, even if it's your friends. If you're out on the town at night or something like that, or you're over even at your boyfriend's house, you don't know what he's up to, do not drink the drink that's already been opened. Bring your own drink, make your own drink. Don't accept drinks. And sometimes they'll use things like, oh, you don't trust me? No, I don't trust you. I don't trust anybody to hand me a damn drink. All right. Keep objects between you and them. Number 15 is keep objects between you and them. So if you're walking out to your car in a parking lot and you see someone approaching you, then you need to maneuver yourself around so that the car or another car stays between you and them. So they have to come all the way around that car to mess with you. Number 16, use the bigger weapon, car, gas, etc. So your car is the biggest weapon. Why would you get out of the car to fight? Use the car, run them over. A car is 3,500, 4,000 pound elephant. It can easily overpower a human being, and it can easily overpower several human beings. I'm not saying to go run over somebody with a car, but I'm saying if they're there to hurt you, use the car as the weapon. Also, if you're pumping gas in your car and someone comes up to abduct you, take that gas out and spray them down with it. Okay, a light came on. Wow, it's getting dark. All right, the next one is have a hidden weapon ready at all times. And that goes, that's just common sense. Have a hidden weapon ready to go. Number 18, stay off your phone and keep your heads up. If you're out in a parking lot or in a store or something like that, put the damn phone down and keep your head on a swivel. Don't be walking in. I see girls all the time walking in on their phone, chatting, blah, blah, blah. I could walk up right to them and whatever, they would never see me. They're so focused on that telephone, even in their vehicles. That's why we have a lot of accidents, I think. Number 18. Oh, that was number 18. Number 19. Classify those around you. Know who is dangerous. So looks can be deceiving. So this can be a kind of a deception one, but you can kind of get a look at people and get a feeling for them. You can tell who's dangerous, who's in good shape, how they dress, how they move, where they park, how they park, what type of vehicles they're in. You can kind of tell who's dangerous. So just kind of keep them classified in the back of your mind. Also, you can classify teams of people. If you see people moving together in a team or a couple teams, then you need to really watch out for that. Number 20, set up your position, where you sit, where you walk. Yeah, keep your position relative to everyone else safer. So a good example is you walk inside the road. You don't want to be on the roadside. You want to be over next to the sidewalk or the wall. This motion sensor keeps coming on. So have your position. If you're in a restaurant, you don't want to be in the line of fire. If somebody's walking in that door shooting, you want to be over in the far back corner next to the exit, not right up front. If they put me right up front, I'll say, ma'am, can you put me in the corner? If she can't, I'll just leave. It's real simple. Number 21, there are no victims, only volunteers. Don't volunteer. Now, what I mean by that is if you don't put security priority one, then you're a volunteer. If you're not sitting looking out and being vigilant, then you're volunteering yourself to be a victim. If you're walking around on your phone through a parking lot, you're volunteering to be a victim. You know, don't be a victim. Be ready. Have your head on a swivel. Put the phone down. Do all these things on this list and you won't be a victim. Number 22, remember the basics. The basics of all this stuff. And if you don't know what the basics are, go to my video on basics because it's a whole video. Number 23, always plan to the pace. What does that mean? Always have a primary objective, an alternate, a contingency, and an emergency plan. So that's how your plan should go. Number 24, know your area and do an area intel before you go somewhere. If you're going on vacation and you're looking to maybe rent a hotel room or something, you need to go ahead and do an area intel of that. What does that mean? That means you need to, first of all, check the weather, see what the weather's going to be on your trip, check the routes, make sure there's no construction on your routes, things like that. You need to get on Google Earth and look at the map of the actual hotel. What's next door? Is there a low income housing project next door where crime rate, where they have 2 shootings a week, and they're busting into the cars? Know the area that you're going. And area intel, I also have a full class on area intel. And area intel is a big deal, but just the basics of it is, know the area. Know the weather, know the terrain, know the people that are there, know the crime that's prevalent in that area, if there's crime there. Know how many cars have been broken into in that specific hotel. Know if the hotel has security or not. Look it up and see if the hotel even has hidden cameras, because a lot of these hotels and stuff are running hidden cameras, and they're even helping abduct people, which is just unbelievable. But that's, know the area. It's kind of like the Israelis just then, they just got hit, they're a couple miles from the border. Security should be absolutely job one. There should never be a time when you don't have a weapon within arm's reach if you're in that type of situation. And it's tragic. Same way in America. If you're living next to Thugville and you don't keep a weapon on you or within arm's reach at all times, then you're volunteering to be a victim. So listen to all these things I just talked about. Think about them. If you haven't thought about them before, situational awareness info. Go out and make your space, your family, your life,